Welcome back to the Your Health Radio and Television program hosted by the Monterey County Health Department. I'm Emily Sciolto, your host today, and just about every third Monday of each month. We're going to continue this wonderful environmentally friendly discussion on Earth Day 2011 with my next guest, also from the Monterey County Health Department Environmental Health Division, Ms. Gabriela Carbajal, Registered Environmental Health Specialist.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, Gabby. Welcome.
Do
you mind if I call you Gabby?
Yes,
I
please.
guess I just started anyway. So let's jump right in. Gabby, what's Cleanup Day?
Cleanup Day is a day where the Monterey illegal dumping and litter abatement task force asks the community to help out and clean their community.
Okay, so the Monterey Illegal Dumping
and Litter Abatement Task Force.
And Litter Abatement Task Force.
Right.
So they basically asked the community to help them clean up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When was this Cleanup Day started?
The Cleanup Day, the day was organized about 6 years ago. This year was our 6th annual Cleanup Day. And it started because there were areas in the county that needed some cleanup because of illegal dumping, obviously. And the task force is made up of the Monterey Regional Waste Management District, the Salinas Valley Solid Waste Authority, and the county and other member agencies like Public Works.
Okay. And when and why was this Cleanup Day started? We mentioned that there's some stuff out there that's been dumped illegally and it needs to not be. Right.
As you know, the county is very large and very beautiful. And there are areas in the county that have been illegally dumped. So the Cleanup Day was started to help the county and the community work together to help clean up these illegally dumped areas. So what we do is we ask for community members not just to clean up those illegally dumped sites, but also parks or roadsides in their communities.
Okay. Beaches too. I think I've done a couple of those.
Right, beaches. There are groups that do our beaches, yeah.
Okay. Lots of cigarette butts out there, folks. I just have to mention my back's hurting a little from bending over so often. So how many people have participated in the cleanup days thus far?
Every year, well, since it started back in probably 2006, I believe, there was about 5 volunteers that year. But since then, it's grown. Last year, actually, we had about over 1,200 volunteers, and they range from school children all the way to senior citizens.
Oh, great! Okay, so things are picking up.
Yeah.
In the cleanup business, community cleanup business. So where can I find a cleanup site if I'm interested to do some more?
Actually, as I mentioned, our cleanup day has already happened, unfortunately, but and it always tends to happen the Saturday before Earth Day. So this year it was April 16th, this last Saturday. But a community group or a local citizen or resident can always have a cleanup of their own, and they can organize it with friends or family. And also, if they want to join other sites, there are organizations that have cleanups year-round, like the Surfrider Foundation.
Okay, and I could probably just go to their website to get the logistics, where, when.
Right, or they can call the health department, contact me at the health department, and I can get them the contact information, or I can sign them up to be on the contact list for next year's event.
Oh, okay, great. So we'll give folks your contact info at the end of the program today. So aside from participating in the cleanups and picking up the trash, how else can people get involved?
Well,
you mentioned organizing the cleanups.
Right, organizing the cleanups, or they can, if they notice that there's any sites that they know of that's been illegally dumped, even if it's not in their area, they can contact us and we can get them the proper equipment that they'd like to clean up that site, or like I mentioned, they can contact us and we can have someone else, we can contact other organizations that do cleanups as well. Right,
so the health department, the environmental health division, what I'm hearing more and more, I like it. It's people can, report an area that's been illegally dumped upon, and and they can then have the health department or assist the health department in working with other local agencies to organize a cleanup, or they can request the materials that they need to clean up themselves. So again, lots of tools, lots of help coming, what I'm hearing from the local recycling and resource recovery agencies. So other than feeling great and feeling like you've done something good for the day and maybe the year, what do people receive for participating in a cleanup?
Well, when you organize your own cleanup, we'll give you the enough bags and gloves for your volunteers, and the most important thing is a disposal coupon, which allows you to take your whatever litter or large items like tires, or sometimes there's refrigerators or sofas, large items.
Mattresses,
mattresses, yes. And small items like cigarette butts or soda cans, and you can take them to your to any participating transfer station or landfill and dispose of it for free, which is the most important part.
Right. So if you participate in these, so you get a disposal coupon, so you don't have to pay to dispose of the materials that you've collected. Right. I see. So can people do the cleanups more than once a year? I'm kind of hearing that it's not just an Earth Day thing.
No, it's not just an Earth Day thing. They can do a cleanup any time of year, actually. And if, like I said, if there's an illegally dumped site near them or in their area, or if they feel like they want to keep their more favorite scenic road, they can adopt that road or adopt the highway. So there's a lot of things they can do to clean up the county.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so let's give out some contact info. I know people are ready and waiting with their pens and pencils. So Gabby Carbajal, we're going to call you if we need to report an area that's not clean.
Right, that's been illegally dumped. If they want contact information for the Adopt a Road or Adopt a Highway, they can call me as well.
And what are your digits?
My number is 755-8909.
Okay, so 755-8909. And again, you can visit the Health Department's website, www.mtyhd.org. Let's talk about, too, the cleanup this last Saturday. So too bad it's already over, but at least we're here and able to talk about it to raise some awareness for the next year and for potential cleanups throughout the year, like we mentioned. So it was the 6th annual Monterey County Cleanup Day. How was it? It was this past April 16th.
Right. There were a few cleanups in various sites. I participated in one here locally at Salinas at Hebron Park, actually with Jenny Mitchell, who you saw earlier. Yeah. And there were maybe a handful of volunteers there, local Hartnell College students, and they recovered about 700 pounds, 700 pounds of litter.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think the park was that,
No, when you, at first glance, you look at it and you're like, no, it looks clean to me. But when you really look in there, the garbage, or the janitor, or the lawnmower, shreds the stuff, a lot of plastic, cigarette butts. A group found a tire stuck. There's sort of a lake bed there that dries up during the summer or the spring months, and they found shopping carts, just stuff buried deep into the dirt.
Yeah, so if you look a little closer, you're going to find things.
Oh, yeah.
Is what I'm hearing. And yeah, from my experiences too, I unraveled someone's old sweatpants from some kelp that was on the beach, and I was like, oh, I never would have noticed
You
the
would
sweatpants.
have never expected it, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of lollipop sticks.
Oh.
Because it's a playground too, so they were all over the place.
Wow, there you go. So one thing that I've been a little curious about throughout this program here is, you mentioned transfer stations a lot, and I want to make sure that our audience understands what a transfer station is and what you mean by that. Do you mind just
Sure. A transfer station is just a transfer point for garbage. So there isn't anything actually being buried there like a landfill would be. It's just one place where garbage is collected, and then, like the name mentions, it's being transferred to another site. So it's a collection point for garbage.
Okay. And so there's certain transfer stations that are for certain types of garbage, or can you take everything that you think may be recyclable or disposable, can you just take everything to transfer stations, or are there certain?
There are some transfer stations that have an HHW, which is a household hazardous waste facility, and they can take hazardous materials there. So if you have a bottle of bleach that you're done with, you don't need it in your house anymore, you can take it there and they'll take it for free for any resident. But there are some sites that don't take that stuff.
Okay.
So you need to call ahead before and make sure that they'll accept the material that you want to dispose of.
Okay, great. Good to know, because that's what Jenny was kind of mentioning with, you want to make sure that you know what the place is going to take before you start bringing stuff over there.
Right.
And so you also know what you can collect in your own home or your own, business environment based on what's accepted at your local stations.
Right, right.
Okay. And so with the cleanups then, so what you mentioned is that if you want to have a cleanup, you'll get help in organizing it, and then you'll get the materials to do that, and the people will come, they'll clean up, and then you can take all the stuff to a cleanup or a transfer station
or a landfill. Yeah. So we've partnered up with Salinas Valley Solid Waste Authority and the Monterey Regional Waste Management District on the peninsula side. So the disposal coupon is accepted at their transfer stations for the Salinas Valley side and at the Gonzales Johnson Canyon landfill. And on the peninsula side, you can take your garbage to the Monterey Regional Waste Management District.
Oh, okay, great. So it's a coupon that you can use pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can find, I know I've seen on the Environmental Health Department's website, there are a listing of these facilities, there are a listing of things that you can take to each facility, their hours, their contact information, and everything.
Right.
So it makes it really easy, because I've had trouble with my own stuff that I've had at my house, patio tables, old blow dryers, for example, that was last week, where to take these things. So it's really helpful. You guys really do a great job of putting all the information up front for people so they can find it.
Right, yeah, and like I mentioned, they can always give us a call, and we're happy to answer any questions.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So do you have anything in the works right now for any near future cleanups, or what do you do how do you keep people engaged throughout the year in doing cleanups?
Throughout the year, well, we offer this program, the cleanup voucher, and a lot of farmlands know about this program because unfortunately they have these vast lands that are there's hardly anyone on there. So they know about illegal dumping. So that's part of the program that we offer the vouchers for them. So that's one place that I keep busy.
With the agriculture fields and
keeping
the
them clean.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
And just for the average person, I feel like this could be a great classroom exercise or extra credit opportunity on the weekends.
Right, right. Students can earn their volunteer hours doing any cleanup. So if there's teachers who want to organize cleanups on the peninsula side, the Monterey Peninsula School District does an Earth Day event this year's actually Earth Day is on a weekday. So they'll have their Earth Day event, and they're going to do litter pickup around each school for their extended learning program.
Okay, great. So it sounds like they are getting involved. Yeah, like we mentioned, Earth Day this year is on Friday, the 22nd. Is there anything else that the health department is doing, or that you and your group with the Recycling and Resource Recovery group is doing for Earth Day? Are you going to go to support the schools on that day?
Yeah.
That's great. So Gabby, we've talked a lot about the things you can recycle. We've talked about a specific program, the multifamily facility recycling program, and we've talked about cleanup days. Is there anything else that you'd want to share with our audience about Earth Day and about, how to really participate in the 3 R's or the 4 R's actually?
Well, I think it's important to remember a lot of what Jenny and Jenny said about where you can put your trash, because that's where it all starts. And the reason we have litter and illegal dumping is because people don't know exactly where things go. And it's just so easy to, roll down your window or throw it out, or unfortunately that, we see a lot of that. So I think that's the most important part, to know before you even buy something, where am I going to dispose of it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And how you're going to get it open too. I've really realized that in trying to open the individually wrapped toilet papers from Costco, and everything is so individualized. It's really difficult to figure out even how to open it, and to realize when I'm looking at it at the store that I don't need, I can make that choice. I can make that responsible choice and not
you don't need
it.
You can buy, well, unfortunately in bulk is individually wrapped.
I know. But thank you again so much for your time today. We've really enjoyed speaking with you about these things, and I think that's about all the time we'll have. It's been a really inspiring and informative discussion, and we're really lucky to be able to access such remarkable local resources as these ladies that I've had on the program today. So thank you so much to my guests, Ms. Gabby Carbajal, Ms. Jenna-Lee Napolin, and the Monterey County Health Department Environmental Health Division, and thank you again to Ms. Jenny Mitchell from the Salinas Valley Solid Waste Authority. I also want to thank our audience for being with us today, and I want folks to remember that there's some homework that we have. You know that you can organize or help to organize any local cleanup day. We want to reduce the amount of plastic bags, the amount of plastic bottles, and the Starbucks and the other coffee containers and things that we're using. If you live in an apartment complex or a multifamily complex, please, if you don't have the proper recycling materials or the tools that you need to be able to recycle effectively, contact your landlord, let him or her know about the multifamily recycling facility program. And don't forget about all the wonderful resources that are available to you at the Monterey County Health Department Environmental Health Division. And I again want to thank our audience for being with us today.